everyone! Hello, 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 hello! Oh, wait. Did I fuck up the title? Oh, no. I changed the title once we got into New Game Plus. Hey! Good evening! How's it going, my man? Alright. New Game Plus. I think this is our third session in New Game Plus. We've been making really good progress, doing a lot of good stuff. We got access to teleportation again last time. We did some backtracking. We got back into Iron Maiden V1. Picked up a bunch of good stuff there, including the chest key. We now have the iron key, and the platinum key, though I don't think that is gonna come in. No, we didn't get them. Yeah, we did get the platinum key. I don't know that we've run into a place that needs the platinum, but whatever. Anyways, we got a bunch of stuff, and we kind of ended the last session on, oh, hey, we can make a whole bunch of cool things. I need to do a bunch of management on my storage, yada, 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 etc., etc. I will save the cool stuff for when we're on stream. Okay, I got good news and I got bad news. So good news is I did actually go in and clean out all my storage and do a whole bunch of stuff, etc., etc. The bad news is just because of the way inventory management works in this fucking game, it was gonna be a huge pain in the ass to keep everything in its component pieces, and I couldn't keep them all in my I would have had to store them all, but I would have had to like make a list of which things I was bringing back out to do on stream, blah 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 blah, etc., etc. It was too fucking much. So I just did all of the crafting that I was gonna do. So that's okay. This stream is not a crafting guide. This stream is not a guide, period. Although I do hope some of my nonsense helps people out if they ever try to play this. This is not a crafting guide. I looked up a crafting guide because I'm not going to remember all of the combinations for each of the different things, etc., etc. So if you want a crafting guide, look up a crafting guide. Because it gets fucking complex. But what I can do is I can show off what we actually got, right? You can see very start of, before we do anything else, we got a new shield. And this is a Jazzerant shield. We ended last time with a hoplite, right? Which is third to last tier. And is really good. The Jazzerant is even better. It's two hoplites together, basically. So while I was going through the storage of all of our shields, I was pulling, because you can only carry fucking 8 shields at a time, and you can't craft in storage. Oh, dear Lord Jesus, please, if you ever remake this game and there's any quality of life that you put into it, just let us craft in the storage. Don't make us have to pull everything out individually. It's such a pain in the ass. Because I can only carry 8 shields at a time, right? So I was having to pull out shields in batches and combine this shield up into this, and then combine this shield up into this, and eventually we got to where we had 2 hoplite shields, and we were able to combine them into the Jazzerant, which is really, really good. It's like 4 points more on defense or something like that for strength. I think it might actually be a slight drop on int defense, but very specifically has very good typings, and it looks cool, right? Also it's 3 gems, but so is the hoplite. Anyways, we couldn't get another Jazzerant. I was like, ooh, maybe we've got enough, but no, we don't have enough stuff. We didn't have enough stuff to get up to a tread, which would be neat just to do it. So we got that, and we got a number of weapons. Now, I put most of the weapons away. We'll go check storage here in a second. But I put most of the weapons away. We have our 3 standbys, Werewolf, Poop, and the Summoner Baton. You can see we do not have names right now for these, but we have the War Maul, which is this. It's basically like a flanged mace. Don't really know if that's actually a War Maul. Naming might be bad. But this is the highest tier single-handed blunt mace that you can get in the game. And it's pretty good, right? 37 attack strength, 5 attack int, -9 agility, so agility is becoming a bit of an issue. We don't have it on the best grip that we could have for it. I think we have it on a Bruges, just because that's what we have, but yeah. And then we also got the... I'll actually equip it. We got the Khopesh, which again, I do not think that is necessarily what a Khopesh looks like, but pretty good. I think we still got... Yeah, I think 2 Khopeshes turn into a Wakizashi, and then you can't craft the Rumphaya, which is the highest tier. You have to get it as a prop. So this is 3 from the top. So pretty good there. 33 attack strength, 5 attack int, -8 agility. Pretty good all around, right? We're gonna jump into storage. I'm not gonna pull out each of them, but we actually have several like highest tier weapons now. The only issue is many of them are two-handers, which we're not actively using at the moment, but you know, we might do so as we noodle forward. So we're gonna go down here. So okay, so these are the 4 that we actually made. We've got the Destroyer, which is the highest tier heavy mace, two-handed heavy mace that you can make, or not even that you can make, just period, which is cool. We got the Halberd, which I think is the highest tier great axe. I would actually have to double check that. Let me check. I want to give patently false information. Yeah, it's the highest tier. We got 2 double blades from our experiences in Iron Maiden B2 or B1. So we've got the highest tier great axe, which is cool. We got the Bardiche, which is the second to last tier for the polearms. 41 attack strength, pretty good. We don't have good halves or grips for polearms at the moment. And we got the Crescent, which is the highest tier one-handed axe option. It's always been weird to me that the axes and maces, the one-handed axes and maces, share a like typing or like a classification, when great axes and heavy maces are 2 different classifications, and like it's like what? But I think they just, you know, were like, shit, fuck it, just tie those 2 together. That would be another neat thing if we ever got like a remake. Actually split out axes and maces would be kind of cool. So we got a bunch of really good weapons. We have a bunch of these leftover things that we are holding on to because they're potentially good bases that we might be able to build up into other things, maybe, depending on the situation. And they can also just be used as fodder. We have a whole bunch of blades that we are holding on to basically for that exact same reason. I did work on stilettos. So stilettos are the second to last. Hello, Jazzy. Stilettos are the second to last knife. But they're edged, which is why I'm not using it, even though it's better than our Kriss. Our Kriss is our only piercing weapon at the moment. Jazzy. So, take a brushie. Is that why you're here? Where is she? Oh god, the fleas are fleeing. Your fur's so thin, Jazzy. And so coarse. Trying to clean itself. Hey, no. This isn't a play toy scenario. Kitty! Manually kill some fleas. Oh, that one got away. Alright, Jazzy's in my lap now. I just gotta deal with it. And as you can see from a storage standpoint, we cleared a bunch of stuff out. I went through and I really we were almost full on weapons, got that cleared out. We were almost full on blades. We had hit full on blades multiple times, got that cleared down. Same with grips, same with shields. You can see we are still holding on to a number of things. Most of these latter ones we're holding on because if we get like one or two things, we might be able to pop up into another hoplite, that type of thing. We've lost hoarder status, exactly. Same thing with armors. We really kind of tried to... I didn't go as crazy about the armor scenario as I did everything else. I mostly just got rid of a bunch of basic ass shit, and then I didn't really worry about like trying to boost up, just because it was too much. And then you can see we have stored many gems, kind of freeing up our gem capacity as well for when we explore around. So yeah, all good. So sorry I had to do that offline. I guess I didn't have to do it offline, but I was ready to do it, and then I was like, as I started to clear things out, I was like, oh, this is gonna be a huge pain in the ass to try to like keep these things because I'm gonna combine them into this, so I need to store them, and then I can keep these things because I'm gonna combine it into this, so I need to store them. And I need to keep this whole list so I know which to pull out, so it was just like, fuck it. We'll just do it live. Or not live, we'll just do it and fucking go with it. So that is how that worked out. And I think what we're gonna do now is I'm actually gonna save state here. We're gonna go noodle around. Oh, wait, wrong place. I forgot I had to teleport here. We were in the keep one, I think the Keen place last time. I had to warp over here so I could actually even do shit. So teleportation. Want to go to Keen's workshop, Keen's Crafts. Okay. So here I will save state. And we're gonna go noodle around in the time trial stuff because we have 2 time trials unlocked. If they're time trials, they're bosses, I think. 999. I say I think because I'm again trying to give myself the benefit of the doubt here, but I have a misremembered thing. Call me a sigil. Alright, let's throw ourselves in here and see what we get. Pretty sure it's just boss. Yeah. Time attack, force 1. I don't. I, I don't think we're getting a better time attack than that, unless I can affect a ranged weapon that doesn't have to jump down and can kill him immediately by opening the fucking menu. I just don't think. I don't think we're gonna get better than that. Don't think we're gonna get better than that. Oh, that was fun. This. Okay, dragon. Damn. I added like 0.4 seconds. Still, I'll take an excellent. I'll take anything that's like less than 2 seconds. That's pretty good. Okay. Can I go further? I don't know. I don't actually. I've done time trials before, but I have no memory of like if there's a reward or anything. Oh, you can farm them for things. That's interesting. You don't get anything. It's just a challenge scenario. I wonder if there are. Hey, why are you attacking my desk? What is happening? I wonder if there are time attack achievements. The only achievement for time attack is earning an excellent ranking for every time attack. So that's kind of neat. That's kind of neat. So that is something that we could potentially work towards. All right, sweet. Oh my god, there's crafting achievements for crafting Damascus topped end weapons. No. Notably, you have to craft a Damascus Wakizashi because you can't craft the Rumfire. Interesting. Very interesting. All right, cool. All right, sweet. So that was a little bit of something that we were doing. Another thing that we were doing, I guess I still need whatchamacallit, the walkthrough, is looking to get a windlass. Alternatively, we could just try to farm the lug crossbow instead. So, Lug crossbow. We would have to go to the Temple of Kiltia in order to try to farm that. Or if we just want to really like all in for it, we can farm Damascus lug bows from very specific gremlins in the limestone quarry, which that's a pain in the ass. There is a place to farm Craniquins, actually, that I think we already have access to. Let me check. It's in the town center. Town center east in Keshbridge. After dining in darkness. After dining in darkness. That's an event. I think so. And that's actually a pretty easy place to farm. A much higher drop chance too. And the reason why that's potentially interesting, right? Okay, so talking things through, right? The Hagane, well, so it depends on whether or not you want to go for Hagane or not. The Hagane or Damascus. The Hagane Craniquin has a 10% drop chance from that guy, basically. The Damascus Lug has a 3% drop from that gremlin. So, yike, a gike. Yeah, I don't know if we're gonna go so hardcore that we try to like craft Damascus versions of all of the weapons. I don't know about all that. Okay, so we can get rid of these chest keys because I already did those. I think before we do anything else, we're just gonna head back the way we came, and we're gonna go back to the gallows where we fought the zombie minotaur, because there's the chest key option there that we didn't use. We didn't have the chest key when we went back. So take a little bit of time. All right, right back to it. Question is, do we have to fight him? I think we do. I think he respawns. Yep. No big. Oh, right. He's like really chain resistant, isn't he? Oh, Giga Rush. 5 damage. Yike. Yike, my gike. Pretty easy to kill. I was about to say, maybe we get a hand of light. chest key gives us a Damascus circle shield. Interesting. And we got the champagne tour. I was not in. Okay, that's fine. Alright, so all chest keys that we have found, or all chest key usable chests that we have found so far, we have opened. We are going to... we're gonna do some iron key stuff. Which is kind of what we have to do. So... we go down to... not there, apparently. Go here. Jazzy. Unhand me. There you go, Jazzy. Alright, we gotta sit here and get some stuff. Okay. Regenerate some mana. And then we're gonna go to the Bandit's Hollow to pick up the iron door that's there. Oh, I also want to... how many kills do we need? We need 190 kills. God damn it. Oh, it takes so much to get the last tiers of break arts and to get your like final abilities. Like it just scales so fucking high. What is it? Oh, you came back? Problem. What's the problem, Jazzy? What's the problem, Jazzy? Jazzicus? He says the problem was you weren't petting me. Jazzy really likes Pet. He's already very much a pet me cat. Biscuit's still not really into pets. Oolong likes pets, but also doesn't seem to like being held. Oh, no ma'am. No ma'am. Got bad claw control, Jazzy. Bad girl. Bad girl. He's like, but you have hair, and I want to play with it. Bad girl. We're not doing that. We're not doing it. Okay, we're going to Bandit's Hollow. There are little assholes here. Try to ignore them as best we can. Good. Okay. Right. Ah, that's where we got the Damascus Chris. I guess we could just play this game 300 times until we get enough Chris's to make a Damascus Damhadar. I feel like that would take way too long. Want to do that? But the Damascus Chris could still be useful. We might be able to skip. So like a Chris and a hatchet, for example, make a Kukiri. Which is only 4th from the top. So making Damascus Kukiris, we could then take... Oh, but then... Yeah. There's no Kukiri plus Kukiri equals a thing. It would have to be mixing again. A lot of hatchets, apparently. Yeah. Ooh, silver pixelards are a thing, though. I forgot about that. Yeah. That's a good point. That is a good point. I don't know. We might make a plan to I mean, we're going to get all this stuff anyways. We're not going to take the Swan Song. That's just going to... I actually deleted 2 Swan Songs. And we do not need Spark Fusion. We already have that. The others, though, we'll grab. Okay. We take that off the list. Alright, now we gotta go back to Undercity West. And start noodling around in there. I'm gonna let our ink regenerate a little bit. I say that we might go do we might go do Abandoned Mines B2. Actually, if I put on our werewolf, and wait, wasn't there some like really annoying shitty stuff? Yeah, there is. I think we want to put on... Does it still have a Braveheart in it? It does. Okay. Yeah. So teleportation to, I think, the treaty room, right? Yeah, we might go do... I use that to pause for a second. I'm gonna actually see if there is an easy map. Is this correct? No, that's Abandoned Mines B1. Abandoned Mines B2. Okay, this is what I want. Okay. I had to, like, figure out where the fuck I was. Okay, we're gonna take this slow-ish, methodical-ish, but I am gonna change weapons to mitigate the amount of damage that we take, but also because Boop just does significantly less damage. And we want to try to minimize time loss, the amount of change that we have to do. Okay, we have Talos. We're good. We're also going to orient the map ahead of time. And we're going to try to keep Heracles up. Okay. Already have that. Okay, we're gonna come in here real quick and we're going to disassemble some stuff. the Braveheart. We're actually getting to the point where we have too many Bravehearts now. I'm carrying 4 on me. Alright, we want to get rid of this paralysis. And just to cheese things, we're gonna pop a fairy wing. Skip things that we don't necessarily care about. Okay, so this is the first place where we've got a little bit of a thing going on. So, this is the big central room, the crossroads, basically. If we go to the right, we can make it the fuck out of here very easily. But we're trying to do 2 things. 1, there's 2 chests in here that we want to grab. And 2, we're trying to do full map completion, so we want to try to get every single fucking room. So we're gonna try to do this all in one fell swoop. It might not work. Now we want to go to the right here. The fairy wing is really helping out. We're just gonna eat the stun. Is what it is. Get our second of 3 chests. I don't think we ever got this one. So this is interesting. A Hellraiser. That's our first one. And did we get Surging Bomb? I don't think we ever got it. Actually, don't think we ever got it. So we'll take that. Let's take everything. Doing pretty good, but we're gonna throw another fairy wing on because I'm worried about the pit rooms, losing time there. So this is our first pit room. Oh, fuck. Wasting time because of paralysis. Alright, so my issue is trying to... Trying to do that. Not great, but not too bad. that's annoying. This room was terrible. Okay. Okay, we can clearance us. Jeez, that was rough. We're also going to Fairy Wing again, because we lost a lot of time there. I need to jump those. About the cure bulb. Okay, we're still pretty close. Okay, this is boss time. I'm gonna cure bulb again. And I think we've got this. As long as he doesn't cause too many problems, which he shouldn't. We're gonna Heracles, and we're going to left, and we should be able to kill him in just a few hits. Except he's stupid chain resistant. We're gonna see if we can degenerate him. It'll be worth the cast. We can. So now we should be doing about 100 a hit. And he's dead. We have one more room to get through. 3. Visit every room and open every treasure chest in abandoned mines B2. Nice, we did that. Hell yeah. Alright. And we made it through! We did it! All in one go! Fuck yeah! We're gonna put poop on back real quick because we got gremlins in here. We will antidote. We're just gonna teleport to the nearest workshop. Done! Hey, we did it! We did our little side quest scenario. Fuck yeah. Alright, cool. Some things there. We got a elixir of queens. Go ahead and use that. Very nice. We broke the 400 mark. Nice. We'll go ahead and use Surging Balm on ourselves because I don't think we ever learned that. We did not. Surging Balm is regeneration. It's not super good. 20 every 5-ish seconds or 6 seconds or something like that. Not great. Don't really use it for much. But, you know, it exists. Kind of expensive too. The fact that it doesn't do that much. We already have Gaia Strike, don't we? No, we do. Oh no, Gaia Strike's the one that can be leveled, not the Vulcan Lance is the single target one, which we have not gotten. Okay, so that's cool that we got another one of them. And some Saint's Nostrums are always nice. Wait. Get a little more mana. A little more MP, and then we'll just walk out and we'll just Gaia Strike. Guys, should be 44. There should be a guy on this ledge here that will just walk out and Gaia Strike. Oh. Can't hit him there. It's fine. Gaia Strike 2. Yeah, whatever, buddy. Safe room rules apply. Cannot access here. Okay, so I think that's all of our little side quests. Now it's time to just kind of progress until we get more stuff. So we're gonna have to go to the Undercity West next. We've got 3 places where our Iron Key unlocks stuff. So that'll be the go-to. We need to look at our stuff. Set up. Full weapons. Identity. And Dog's Nose. Okay. Taking a look at all of these, I don't think we're actually gonna want to keep most of them. Saber halberd, Chris katana. So the Chris we will be keeping because it's Damascus. The Kuti we will be keeping because it is silver. So the general rule for making Damascus is silver and Pagani. General rule. I might have lied. I think that's the general rule for armor specifically. I think so. Blades, I believe, are treated in a different manner. I think in. Let's check. There's a big old thing that we can look at. Let's see. Let's see. Can I? Y'all want to see what crafting is like? Let's make another, like a source of just window capture. Done. So this is crafting. This is just one aspect of crafting in Vagrant Story, right? So this is material combinations. Up here we have like blade combinations, right? So this is how dagger plus dagger, this is how you go through the thing, right? Like, if you want to get a throwing knife from a battle knife, you need a dirk. 2 battle knives, right? Equal sign will show you, right? It's not increasing the tier, plus shows you that it's increasing the tier. There are more combinations. There are more combinations. All of the combinations that aren't listed are decreases in tier. I think is how it works. Anyways, so yeah, this is part of why Vagrant Story's crafting is very complicated, right? A lot of the times you would think it's just take 2 of this tier and it'll upgrade into the next tier. That is not always the case. It is sometimes the case. It is not always the case. I will say it's mostly not the case early on. Like, you can see battle knife plus battle knife does not equal a throwing knife, right? Throwing knife plus throwing knife does not equal whatever the next tier up is. But as you get lower, you get towards the higher tier things, it does work that. So like a Basilard plus Basilard does equal Stiletto. Stiletto plus Stiletto does equal Jamhadar, right? Do you think the most complicated crafting system is still legit? Is still Legend of Mana? It still hasn't been figured out fully? Legend of Mana. The crafting system in Legend of Mana? Oh, shit. Yeah. Yeah, that shit's just... I almost feel like that shit's just fucking random at times. Like... Oh, fuck. Why? I hate that. I should have just hid that. In a momento, let me fix it again. Because this might be helpful for people to... Or this might be interesting for people to see, rather than just watching me stare at the screen, being like, do-do-do-do. Even the speedrun doesn't know why they're choosing the options they do, just that it makes shit better. That's wild. So anyways, bunch of like, this is just the weapons side, right? You know, these blades combined with these blades equal this blade. But then there's the whole material side of things, right? Because you have bronze, iron, Hagane, silver, and Damascus for materials. And as you can see, right, in order to get Damascus, so what you're looking at is, or what you're looking for is the plus and then whatever the appropriate letter is. So H being Hagane, a plus H means that this combination will advance it. It's not using Hagane or a tier, anything tiered higher. So this is actually a promotion, combination. The normal ones, as you can see, basically down through the list, through the line, right, is bronze plus iron equals a Hagane weapon, right? You might notice there are very few D's in here, and that's because the Damascus combinations are fucking complex. Because it's not like, oh, a Hagane blade and a silver blade make Damascus, which is what I thought it was early on in my life. No, it's worse. So let's come down here and we can see, right? There are only a specific set of combinations that will make a Damascus blade. So you have to have a Hagane dagger and a silver staff to make a Damascus whatever, right? So all of these different combos, right, lead to a pathway to get Damascus blades. And so basically you're farming these specific sets of Hagane and silver, or of silver and iron, or what have you. And then you're creating the blades that come out of them. And then you need to take those blades, those Damascus blades, and you need to advance them up through this in order to get the highest tier Damascus shit. It's kind of a pain in the ass. It's kind of a pain in the ass. Alternatively, you can just farm Damascus weapons, right? So that's over here, for example, right? Is the concept of right, like you can farm Damascus Chris's, right? And then you can use the Chris scenario to boost up through things. And it still works in the concept of like whatever the highest unless it's a combination, right? Like bronze and iron, or something that leads to Damascus, right? Nothing leads to silver, I believe. I'm pretty sure that's how it works. The only way you get silver is with silver. So what you can do is you can basically just farm Damascus weapons and then use the Damascus weapon even with non-Damascus weapons to boost up through the tier. I believe is how it works. So it's not as painful as it sounds, but it can be pretty painful. So it's a little bit of a pain in the ass. Can I hide that? I can. Great. So yeah, that's a whole fucking thing. And this is, like I was saying, this is just the blades side of things. If we scroll down, there's more, right? Because there's shields. This is how you get through the shield stuff. This is the shield material combinations, right? Only way to create a Damascus shield are wood plus Damascus, Damascus plus wood, or Damascus plus Damascus. So that's one of the reasons why we still have our wood shields. Probably not gonna matter. We're probably not gonna worry about it, but. And then armor, same kind of scenario, is there's these, just like the blades, there's these combinations that aren't typically one-to-one, right? Like Puss Camp plus Puss Camp does not up to the next tier. You need a thing and a something else until you get pretty late, basically to the hoplite gear, and then hoplite plus hoplite equals jazzerate, jazzerate plus jazzerate equals dread, etc., etc. And the typings for the armors are less complex, I believe. So, anyways, it's a whole fucking thing. It's a whole fucking thing. Anyways. That's what we're potentially signing up for if we go crazy into crafting. Which is why we might not do that. We'll see. But yeah. That's that. That's what I'm looking at when I'm referencing things, along with like the blade locations and tables and stuff like that. Sure. Actually, I do need that still. Fuck. Go back here. Because I want to double check and make sure I'm keeping an eye on the... If I do... Okay, so silver great swords are potentially a thing that we want. We don't care about non-silver. So this katana is getting great axe. I think it's the same thing. Yeah, I think it's basically staves and two-handed weapons. Oh no, iron pole arms. That's such a fucking weird thing. Anyways. Great axes. We do not care about. Pagane variants. Discard. I do think we care about... No, we don't care about the dagger. We care about the fact that it's a cootie, potentially. Right? Because a cootie is... No, cootie's lower than the Chris. Yeah, cootie's 2 lower than... Actually. Feel like I may not beat this run in 10 hours? Yeah, this run is not intended to be beaten in 2 hours. I think if we really stick this through, then that's probably the next thing that we're gonna do, is we'll do a 10-hour run, and we might try to combo that 10-hour run with the no save, no magic, no chains, no break arts, etc., etc. We'll basically just be like, okay, I'm gonna, by that time, hopefully I will have an arbalest, and we will just outfit the arbalest, and then we will just run to the end of the game in a single setting, in a single sitting, and just not fucking worry about it, you know? So, yeah, I don't think we actually care about the cootie. Nope. Polearm, we care about iron polearms, actually. Iron polearms and silver pole. So, not Corsica. Mace, heavy mace, heavy mace, heavy mace, heavy mace, 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 mace. Heavy mace isn't even on here. Okay, then. Oh, that's because the heavy mace is the highest. So, that's another thing that I didn't point out. So, the different types of weapons also have a ranking on the blade conversions. So it's heavy mace, polearm, great axe, great sword, crossbow, axe and mace, sword, staff, dagger. And you can't, if the blade in the second slot is ranked higher than the blade in the first slot, then the second blade's material takes priority. Right? So if you had a Hagane greatsword and a Damascus dagger, right? So this is kind of why the Damascus Chris is valuable, right? Then it would remain, whatever it produced, it would remain Damascus. But if it's lower, then the primary blade takes the focus, right? So, anyways, bunch of random bullshit is what it sounds like. Because it is. Kind of a bunch of random bullshit. This whole thing could be way simpler and still be good. I really kind of just wish it was just combine two of the same type. Bronze and iron make Hagane. Hagane and silver make Damascus. And that's it. It should just be that. All of these suck, don't they? Brissa sucks, counter sucks, knuckle guards, Framia. Now the Framia might be okay because we don't have very good polearm option. But the rest of them suck. I'm such an entitled gamer. I am. I'm so fucking entitled. Is it too much to ask for a little bit of simplicity to crafting mechanics? Is it too much to ask for things to be intuitive so that you don't have to you don't have to go crazy? Let's this. You're gonna disassemble a bunch of shields. Circle shield gets us a Titan Malachite. I don't think we've ever had that. Orion we have some of. Another Gnome Emerald. That's useful. Big and Plus is great. Glad I'm in it for the long haul. I don't know how long the haul really is gonna be, Hearthside, but I'm at least, enjoying noodling around, and I want to try to do like a full exploration, like at least full map completion and get all the chests and do all the bosses, that type of thing. I don't know if we're gonna go crazy, like, full everything Damascus gear type stuff. That might be a bit too much grind for me, but we'll see. I already agreed that I'm gonna get all achievements. I did not agree to that. I definitely did not. Okay, let's take a look here. So make sure we keep useful things. Heater is pretty useful. Tower is pretty low. Tower, I'm pretty sure we can ditch. Yeah, and iron we don't care about. Yeah. Care about wood. We don't care about anything. So we get rid of that. Discard, yes. Circle shield is also pretty low. Got a couple, but I think we just don't worry about that. What else did we get? Oh, fuck. Yeah, fuck. That's very low, isn't it? Yeah. And body is... Oh, the armors also have weird things. Only 4 ways to upgrade to Damascus for armor. A silver helm and a leather leg. Leather body and a silver helm. Silver leg and a Hagane body. And a Hagane leg and a silver leg. Like, what the fuck are you doing? What are you doing? Why are you the way that you are? Oh my god. So we don't care about this breastplate. The Fuss Camp, actually, we have another Fuss Camp that we're sitting on, so that might actually be useful. And the Gauntlet we do not care about. And the Silver Bar Boot we do potentially. So we will hold on to that. And I think we already have a Gnome Bracelet. We did get some other stuff here. We got a Titan Malachite, which I don't think we have had before. That is 30 fizz. Holy shit. Only 1 strength, though. 1 strength, 6 intelligence, 3 agility. That's pretty interesting. That's a lot of fizz. How much are our Taloses? Houses are 15 minus 3. That's the -7 affinities across the board is kind of wild. But that is very interesting. We got another Gnome Emerald, and then we got these 2, which we have not had. First, Brain Shield, which is just 3s across the board. Evade Int down. Okay. And then a Hellraiser, which increases the success rate of magic by 20%. That's kind of fucking wild. That's absolutely wild. Kinda neat. Okay. We need to put a bunch of stuff up. First thing we're going to do is we are going to... Wonder if the bots are going to get through tonight? I don't know. Gnome Bracelet. Okay, so we do have a Gnome Bracelet. We do not need that. For that. For that. Store these 2. Store. Discard that. And then we want to do a quick set of 14. Do not need 5 Bravehearts. I mean, we carry 5 weapons. 5 Bravehearts. Not need 5. We're going to store a Braveheart. We're going to store this Brain Shield. I think we're actually going to keep that Hellraiser. I might throw it in our staff. And you can't... Another thing I wish you could do... I wish you could... You can't interact with equipment that is equipped or set. So any equipment you're actively wearing and any gems that are actively set into equipment, you can't fuck with. And that's really annoying. I wish you could. But we will go with that for now. And it should be fine. Should be fine. Bet that was a software limitation at the time? Probably. And if this game was modernized, I know that there are a lot of things that could be done to it to just improve the quality of life across the board. Hey. I'm gonna go to our weapons werewolf. We're gonna go put this Titan Malachite in there. Yeah, our affinities aren't that bad. Fucking CVS receipt of quality of life changes? You're not wrong. Okay, let's see. Can we actually just hop on over to where we want? No. Gotta let our mana regenerate a little bit. Okay. We will do that. Best Space Marine just covered in purity seals of quality of life changes? Yeah. It's like Space Marine, but like the purity seals are literally dragging behind him like the train of a wedding gown. Of CVS receipts. It's just wild. Like, this game is such a fun, interesting, cool game. It's just got so many, like, weird quality of life issues. Let's check our map real quick before we teleport. So we're going to Undercity West. Where are our spots? Okay, so... that is a place that we need to go, but... so this is a place that we could not go the first time we played, because it's behind the Blood Sin door. So we could potentially look into going here. Gold. Silver. Gold. Okay, so this Sunless Way is the real spot that we would be going to, and then Crumbling Market, other one. So let's check if we were interested in this. This is Town Center West. Town Center West, it's over here on the side. Yes. So we would want to teleport to Rue Bouquet. All right, let's go do that. We're gonna continue doing a little bit of exploration. Let me go to the Rue Bouquet. That almost all of our fucking mana there. Fine. Okay, things to note. This is the place. Okay, we do still have that equipped. Great. Is the place with the liches. We're gonna immediately Heracles ourselves. Oh, you know what? Alright, we're doing okay. Yeah, we're doing alright as far as DP goes. That's good. That's good. I'm going to Stacia us. Because there's another one right the fuck in here. Little scary initially. And I'm gonna be a bitch. A save state. So this is Iron Key here. So what is this one? This is Crossroads of Rest. Take that off our list. What cursed hell is this location? Hey! Oh shit, I got distracted. We've attacked 500 times with the crossbow! We've attacked 500 times with the crossbow. We still need 197 kills before. God damn it. That's fine. Yeah. Okay, gold key. Where the fuck are we? What is this? Oh, this is escape way. Okay. Okay. I know where we're at now. Escape way. Shelter from another one here for a gold key. I don't remember how deep we can go here. I don't think it's very deep. Actually. Dear Lord. Oh! This is a fun one. This is a fun one. Okay. So we're actually gonna duplicate this. We're gonna do that. And then we are going to Married. And those two are gonna kind of balance each other out a little bit. So that neither one can do a crazy amount to us. And then we're gonna throw a Night Killer on. And that should make it fine. And then on the weapon side of things, we will replace our Talos. Actually, we have 2 Trinity, so we're just gonna replace with 2 Trinities. And that. This is the Merid and the Ifrit, which we fought both of these last time at the end of the game in the final dungeon. Neither of them is like crazy strong, but you gotta fight them both at the same time. Not too bad. So we can't chain them, but we can degenerate them. So, they shouldn't do much damage. Grimoire Avalanche. I'm gonna avalanche this motherfucker. I don't have enough mana. Give me a mana root. And then we're gonna avalanche this motherfucker. Probably not gonna do that much, but be fun. Not gonna do the greatest. Avalanche level 1. Did have Avalanche last time, but I fucked up and I didn't use it. Alright. to generate him. Offensive spells feel about as useful as they do in FF2. They're actually very... it's the scaling is the issue. They are incredibly strong in this game. But to use them appropriately, you have to either have very specific setups, or you got to be on like your third fucking run. You never got any real use out of them? Yeah, it's, well, like you've seen a couple of times here or there where like I'll pull one out and it'll work really well on a very particular enemy. But trying to make it useful generally, like every time I run into a fire enemy, I'm gonna use water magic on it. You can get to that point, but it takes a long time. It takes a long time. Like, I could have done a setup against, like, if it's just the Ifrit, right? I bring in a staff, and I make sure that staff is buffed with int up gems, and that fucking gem that I just got that increases the success rate of magic. And then I psycho drain them, right? I enlighten myself, I psycho drain them, and then if I had like a level 4, right? Because the issue with level 1 on the AoE spells is they're like this big, right? But level 4 is like this fucking big. So if I had a level 4, I will encompass the whole motherfucker's body and blow him the fuck up. But in order to even get to that, you either have to farm very specific enemies in your first playthrough and like really know exactly what you're doing and where you're getting everything and farm, grind. Or you gotta be on like your third or fourth playthrough and you'll have all of the shit that you need at that point anyways, and enough mana, and then you can actually legitimately do it, you know? But if you don't, it's not gonna work. Outside of like edge cases. Or MP is for buffing. Yes. That is correct. MP is for buffing. Motherfucker. Speaking of MP is for buffing, or debuffing, as the case may be. Okay, I kind of want to let my fucking mana regenerate. MP is for buffing. Part of the reason why MP is for buffing is because 44 fucking mana for a tier 2, right? is half my fucking mana. And I got pretty decent-ish MP rolls throughout our first playthrough. So, like, obviously, if I was min-maxing the stat ups, or really trying to play roulette, you know, because you can actually play the roulette wheel if you know what you're doing. I do not and am not gonna look up the, because even if I did look up the scenario, I don't have good timing on that kind of thing, so I'm never gonna get what I want, and I'll just get frustrated. So fuck it, just press the damn button; it'll average out anyways. But holy shit, like, offensive magic is expensive. You bitch. Bound button. Fuckers. Alright, bound by magic. What do we get? Bellini, silver great axe. Okay, and an elixir of mages. Nice. Go ahead and pop the elixir of mages and cross our fingers. And we get +4. Pretty good. 92 MP. Pretty good. Alright, what's that Bellini got going on here? Silver Bellini. Ah, another double blade. But a silver double blade. Which actually I think is an uppies. Silver Great Axe is an uppies. Yeah. Silver Great Axe with an iron staff will create Damascus. And a Silver Great Axe with a Hagane crossbow will create Damascus. So, kind of cool. That is potentially useful for us. Okay, so not very deep in the escape way. I think the more annoying thing is there's no save here, so we're not teleporting back in. Check our corners. Didn't miss any. Go ahead and do it. I mean, whatever, man. I'll just fucking leave. I don't care. Now I kind of care. Damn! What? It looks the same! You're right. It looks the same. Okay. To Nightbot we go. It looks the exact same. It looks the exact same. Fucking wild. Oh, whatever. I'm just adding more to the blacklist. Add more to the blacklist. Alright. Onwards we go. Okay, that was a fun little diversion. Got a potentially interesting thing out of it. Okay, we are teleporting to Sunless Place. I already did. Already added it. Okay. Yeah, so iron key right there, and iron key right here. So this iron key is the limestone quarry. This iron key is the last sigil we need for the iron or limestone quarry. That's the windless guy, isn't it? Way too fast. Oh, we have the wrong stuff on. That's part of the reason why. We have the phantom stuff on. I was like, why are we doing so little damage? Fix that real quick. Palace on, and put a Titan on. Much better damage. Bitch. I was wrong, by the way. This is not the place that I thought it was. I keep getting it incorrect. Okay. That's what it is. The Clematis takes us... Okay, right. So the Clematis takes us... is it, City East? I feel like that. I don't think we care about the Haber at all. We might, though. And we do care about that. Alright, well, we got that stuff. Unlock with iron door, or iron... Unlock with iron door! That's how that works. This is limestone, right? This is what I'm thinking. Yeah, this is limestone. But we need one more thing for limestone. So we gotta go to north. That so. Okay. Oh, there's no fucking... There's no, save points in the city walls. Right. So that's the Clematis visual. So, Town Center East. I believe that Town Center East puts us right at a save point. I believe that is the Kesh Bridge. And we kind of need to drop some stuff off at a workshop, so let's go to Junction Point. There we go. Don't think we need the Tabar. Like, at all. Two Tabars does make a Belova, two Belovas does make a Crescent, so... potentially. What? The Hagane one? What's the... Hagane Axe Mace plus a silver polearm does... Maybe we are actually okay with that. Hagane Vambrace? See, if it was simplified, that's very low tier. We're actually going to store this Talos. So I have a reason to have it with us. Okay. Wait. Alright. This is the Nisa and Tegan. 999% sure. Gonna waltz our ass on over there, kill a couple of people on the way, and hear the ding. We're gonna go back inside, actually. I'm gonna do this before I forget. I'm going to item set up some of our shit was a little lower than it should be. Feel like I gotta compulsively check everything now, and I hate it. This is why you don't get into crafting. I should make a cheat sheet. I think. Whatever, fam. Lamada sigil. Hey. This guy. The one fucking phantom I can chain on, and now I can't hit a goddamn thing to save my life. Alright, back to this shit. That are... Yep. Really gonna fight them? Yeah, I guess so. We take those. Got that. Right. Don't think vanish. Oh no, we don't have vanish. We have exorcism. Well, fuck it. One of y'all is about to get banished. Silver Base Lord! That's good. Quite good, actually. And you, before I forget I have it, are gonna get Flame Sphere. See, now that's a big sphere! That's a level 4, baby! Now we could use Flame Sphere on some big shit. Hey, Sunless Way! It's called the Sunless Way. That's fun. We got level 4 Flame Sphere. Oh, we're gonna take that again. That's annoying. Okay. Need the Aster Sigil. Take that. 90% sure we have some. Okay, I got my ass beat, so I guess let's sit here and regenerate before we have to fight Issa and Tegan. Oh my goodness. We're doing so much stuff. Okay, HP's gonna take forever to regenerate, so we will at least bulb. We're never gonna run out of fucking recovery items, so we can use those with kind of impunity. Let's see. How many mana items do we have? We have 4 mana roots, 4 mana bulbs, 2 mana tonics. We have 5 nostrums, which are also mana. 3 Saints Nostrums, which are also mana. So, we have a lot of healing items, but not a lot of mana items. Those are quite a bit rarer. Okay. This room is the one. Douche canoe. I wonder if I can silence him. Oh, it doesn't matter. It's not it's a break art, so silence won't. Shit. I'm just gonna have to eat the first one and then beat the best, basically. Don't take 400 damage. I'll try my best. We'll go ahead and throw up a Prostasia, so that'll be generally useful. Then... Right. Okay, we're just gonna swing and hope we can kill him before he does his fucking curse. Nope. Oh, he degenerated. He did curse. Oh. Well, we can counter that very easily. And make his life a living hell. Basically how it happens every time. I should go after Nisa the next time. Alright, sweet. We got the Aster Sigil, which is the last sigil we need for the Limestone Quarry. So we can head to the Limestone Quarry now. Alright, bucko. I wonder if this is the guy that we're supposed to kill for... For Dark Chant, actually. You know what? Let's look that up. Let's look it up real quick. Interesting. Well, this has so many useful... This particular walkthrough has so many useful things. And that is not one of them. Unfortunate. Pop, 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 pop. Let me look up a different guide specifically for magic then. Magic FAQ. Dark Chant. Dropped by Dark Eyes and Wraiths. That's a Wraith, right? No, that is a dark elemental. Interesting. It does have a chance to drop a meteor, actually. Why am I so bad at this? We'll kill this guy a few times. Not many, but a few. If we're gonna kill him several times, we should noodle with our stuff. That actually didn't really do anything for our damage. Amusingly. Reminds you of something? Did I ever play Nier? I had a ton of trouble with random drops needed to forge all the weapons. I personally played maybe like 20 minutes of Nier. Casey played Nier Automata a fair bit. And I have watched a lot of Automata, and I have watched a little bit of the other Nier, the one that got remade more recently. But I haven't like deep dived at Replicant, that one. So yeah, not really, I would guess, is my answer to that question. enough to know what you're talking about, but not enough to commiserate, basically. Alright, let's see if that works better. Also, how's it going live? Oh, so you're talking about Replicant? Gotcha. Yeah, that's better. I technically don't even know that this guy can drop anything. But, you know. We haven't really done any, like, farm grinding. Mana bulb. Hey! We were just talking about mana items. Automata was really fun. It's crazy how meta the game actually is. Yeah. You're okay? Had a dentist appointment today. They didn't find any problems aside from bone loss, which I knew I had. My teeth ache, though. That's unfortunate. I really need to see a dentist, but that's money I do not have. Unfortunately. Damn. Played the original Nier on Xbox rather than Replicant. So you were playing as an old guy rather than a teenager? Gotcha. You'd probably keep your bones. Yeah, it's... Sometimes you want to keep your bones. Sometimes, though, you would like to have less bone. I.e., bones that are harming you. It's not fun to have bones that are harming you. You have pictures of bones with bone cancer? Yeah, no, it's not great. Any movement, any touch has to be excruciating. I wish I lived in a world where more time and money was dedicated to... But the ballroom! Honestly, I think that's more of a symptom of the problem than the actual problem, though. That's getting into some, like, in-depth concepts there. It's a problem. Huge problem. But it's a symptom of the greater problem. Rather than being the crux of the problem itself. Damn. Nigh luck on this, I suppose. Alright, well, we tried a little bit. That do be the way of things often. There should be a rule that once you hit like 999 million, congrats, you once capital. See, okay, I've seen that around a lot. No, there should not be. It's like, oh, once you hit 99999, right? Like as soon as you would roll into 1 billion, everything past that is taxed 100%. That should be the law. No, that absolutely should not be the law. That should not be the rule. What should be law and rule is that there is no way to get to that amount, right? Like we need laws in place that prevent people from even acquiring that amount of money. Because if they can do it, if they can accomplish that, right? They will find a way to not pay it. So what needs to happen isn't some we need wealth tax, right? Absolutely. We need to be taxing the rich 100%. 100%. But what we also need is more law around the prevention of monopolies, right? More law protecting workers and guaranteeing workers' rights and fucking wages and shit like that, right? Because these people aren't going to get to that billion mark if they are paying their employees properly and can't do stock buybacks and can't manipulate markets in bullshit ways and can't create monopolies in bullshit ways, right? Like, that's so we do need taxes on the rich. They need to pay realistic taxes, absolutely. But we don't need some fanciful, like, oh, you cross this line and everything after that it just goes to the government. No, because if they're allowed to get that high, they will always find a way around it, right? What we need are actual laws that protect people and try to make the fucking country operate in a way that it should operate. We don't need stagnant fucking wages anymore, right? That right there immediately would fix a lot of things. With the backing, right, to prevent corporations from just responding by going, oh, okay, you raise the minimum wage to arbitrary number. Cool. We'll just we'll just downsize our workforces to the absolute minimum possible, and offload everything else in every other way that we possibly can. We just need fucking universal basic income, right? If you do not want to work, that doesn't mean that you shouldn't be able to live your life, right? Not saying you're going to have a lot of shit to live your life with, right? But you should be able to live your life. And after that point, food, clothing, housing, all guaranteed, healthcare, all that shit guaranteed. And after that, if you want to work, you are working for your luxuries, Last time minimum wage went up, so did rent. Last time minimum wage went up, so did rent. And then rent went up another 30 times after that. Minimum wage was raised like 12 years ago. The longest it's gone without an increase. I think it's longer than that. Right? '09, my dude. It was last increased in '09. That's 17 years. That's almost an adult. That minimum wage is almost now an adult. Which is insane. To act like the cost of just living has not increased in 17 years? It's insanity. And that's just on the concept of like, that's if that's working on the mindset that it should have been 725 in '09, right? But realistically, it already should have been higher in '09. Right? Like that's the fucked up part is we got a federal minimum wage increase in '09, but even that was not the raise to the amount that it realistically should have been to keep people in an okay state and happy state and living their lives in a good way, and to keep corporations from being predatory pieces of shit. Right? Like, because even in '09, living your life off $7.25 an hour was not a good time. Yeah, fucking Mike Johnson last fucking week was arguing why Congress should get a raise and should be allowed to inside trade. Yeah. Guillotine. Yeah, I'm down with you on that. I absolutely agree. And I think the vast majority of people agree if they have anywhere close to half a brain. And I think a lot of the people that don't agree are just lied to and manipulated. Acha! Did I go place? Got bad news. What's the bad news? That people don't have half a brain? I'm well aware. But like I was saying, I think a lot of those people who don't have half a brain are just, they're so entrenched in lies and manipulation that when shown emphatic proof of the situation, it's the fucking, what is it, the thing, the phenomenon of like, once you've committed to something, you're highly resistant to admitting that that thing is incorrect, right? There's a name for that particular scenario, but that's the issue with a lot of fucking people. They're like, okay, this is definitely the wrong place. Fuck am I? Sunk cost fallacy? It's something that's not it specifically, right? Because sunk cost fallacy is more along the lines of like, oh, I put a lot of time into this thing and I don't want to, I probably shouldn't do it anymore, but I don't want to stop doing it because blah, 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 blah. That's not paralysis, was that? That was numbness. Whoops. Missed. Do I have a numbness? Oh, clearance. No, it's like an actual like mental phenomenon that's been, you know, at least somewhat studied, where it's like people aren't, it's not that people can't understand when they're presented with new information. It's that they are resistant to admitting being wrong. Because for a lot of people, if they are wrong, right, then that means they have like done something bad or blah 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 blah, etc. etc. So a lot of people will just, hold on or shake their heads or blah. Oh, that's not how that is. Am I going? No, it's Sunless Way. Fuck. I don't know, but I get you. Yeah. Alright. Let's fucking go. It's time to do the... Wait. Time to do the limestone quarry. Again. Swear to God, where's... Oh, my other one is in... Right. Fuck me, I guess. Wanna put in here? Ow. See, magic works, shit. Magic works just fine. You just have to have extremely high level magic. And enough intelligence for it to matter. Which you probably will have by the time you get extremely high level magic. Oh, fuck. HP points. Another avalanche. Int up. Got no kitties tonight. Had Jazzy for a little bit, but she fucking bounced. Alright, Aster Sigil, done. We are going to set up Bastion's weapon, Werewolf. We're going to go back to our Braveheart, Talos, And 10. I don't want anything dumb to happen, so we're gonna. Magic works. Works just fine. Just gotta have enough NP. Okay. Shit. Definitely don't need another lion head. Or blessing. Okay, I'm collecting shit that I'm not using. I need to use stuff. Firing a few too many things. we get down, we'll go over. Don't have a... Can I shadow me him? Yeah. This is quite useful. He can't attack, but he can still cast. Whatever, fam. Oh. In that leg. You run from me. These motherfuckers just keep casting silence on me. Okay, I get it. Corners, didn't find anything. Okay. Real glad I don't actually need to cast magic on any of these fuckers. Because that would be real annoying if I did. What the fuck did I do that without? Come here, you bastard. Okay. Assholes. Bomb? Fuck. You bitch. I got those guys fucking cursed. Alright, check them out. Where we came down, we did blue, 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 blue. Alright, sweet. Clear our curse. Huh. Interesting. Bacchus is cheap sounds like a room where you've ticked off Dionysus and Hades. I could see that. I could definitely see that. I'm not interested in those rooms respawning. Or, what are we doing over here? Just putting it here. Putting it there. I'm pretty sure there's a fucking trap, right? You know what? That's a trap? Huh, okay. Color me surprised on that one. Oh, Nostrum, nice. Always fun to see more of those. That worked out. What's this? Gold key. Okay, new room to add to our map. Gold key. The timely dew of sleep. That's a hell of a fucking name. Alright, in a moment, I'm gonna go run and use the bathroom. I'll be back in super fast times. boop, 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 boop. Alright, into the dark. Right, okay, so all this stuff starts taking off. We are very near the end of the game again. But we're not going to be beating the game anytime soon, because we are... That's Silver Keep, but we actually opened this one pretty quickly last time we played, I believe. Because we get the Silver Key not too far from it. I will notate it nonetheless. Right, the auction block. We will save. Okay, yeah. Really need to do that? Maybe we do. Guess we could put it closer than what we're doing. Rather than trying to take the freaking jump as far as we possibly can from. Seriously? Okay. Seriously? We just Heracles ourselves and kill him. Don't we have... We have an avalanche. Oh, the two Thunderburst. One, encompass him. Might kill him. Okay, fine, magic works, whatever. Nice. Finally. We're there. I'm trying to be good, so we're gonna immediately go set up. Symbol. Guilds. That shield has a silent weapon. White lady. What's the sigil? Hey, this guy! Magic doesn't work very well. What do you got going on, buddy? Fire, you say? I don't think it's gonna work as well as I want it to work because of that extremely high blunt. Yeah, if I were to toss this out, not dealing nearly as much damage because of that exact reason. But if I Psycho Drain, if I go through this convoluted process, Psycho Draining him, blinding myself, and then restoring some of my MP. Because now I don't have enough fucking MP to do any of the things. I think I'm gonna need... Because he's about to degen me again. Oh, he's gonna Searching Balm himself. Okay. That's gonna... replaces Psycho Drain? I think that replaces his Psycho Drain. Okay. Now we see if Flame Sphere works. Why am I trying to force this so hard? Just fucking cuz. So, if we come in here and we put in the Hellraiser, That'll increase the success rate of magic by 20%, giving us a much better chance of every single one of those being a hit. For the lulz, yeah, basically. We did okay damage to him. I like how the Ogre Lord like death animation is like a slight throwback to the original Ogre animation, because the original Ogre animation, he starts to run away and Ashley just turns and walks away as he fades. And in this one, Ashley is like, all right, you're done, and goes to walk away, and then he jumps up and comes after him, but still fades in time. The fun little... we definitely don't need Nagali's chain. Take that, and maybe that. Nagali's chain already have. That was like nearly 450 damage. It was a lot of damage, yeah. It was good damage. It's very solid. Honestly, so legitimately, one of the cool things about Magic as you get into your second, third, fourth playthrough is if you have a good Magic setup and you have like your high-level spells, unlike your weapons generally, right? Unlike your weapons, which you can get your weapons set up to where you're like, okay, fuck it, I'm just always doing physical and I'll probably do fine. A Magic setup, you can get set up to just be like, I don't have to swap. I just pick a different spell, right? Whereas, you know, running into things with the wrong physical weapon setup without you know, doing a full round of buffs and shit like that, you're gonna have to swap weapons. It's just an interesting thing. I just wish Magic was more, or offensive Magic specifically, was more accessible in your like first playthrough. Because I don't think very many people playing a game like this are gonna play it like, at least in this day and age, they're not gonna play through it multiple times, right? So locking, you know, break arts and offensive Magic behind kind of like the concept of, well, they work really well once you're a little stronger. Once you have them, once you have like options, etc., etc. It's just it kind of makes it a rough situation that people are probably never going to see most of the break arts, most of the Magic, or at least not see them be effective. Anything I can use? I'll try to stun cloud him. Be fun. I mean, he's just gonna cast Magic, so it's not really gonna be useful. But not really super threatening. Threatening at all. harden. Hey, we never used Drain Heart previously. I mean, fuck it. We have Thunderburst. What level Thunderburst do we have? Not Thunder. Literally water. We just went through this. Yeah. Not bad. Angel Face. Elephant. Really good. Great. Casserole Shield useful. Misaglia, I think. Useful. We already have the beaded anklets. And I think actually that does nothing for us. I think we're all capped on Sphere. Arnil I-10. Symbol weapons. Huh. Fuck. Too many gems. Actively getting too many gems. Nothing in that casserole. We're at 44. We need a fucking... We need a thing. We're very close. Because we're almost out of here. Once we're out of here... Banish him. Chance. Well, let's not do that. Let's use our other avalanche here. Again, mostly just using my magic to make sure I fucking use it. But, okay, killed him. Avalanche 2. Let's see if we can get... Okie dokie! I gotta shoot him. Fuck. I was like, is there a way I can get through this without pulling out my fucking... I guess... The fuck was that little baby hop? What the shit? What the shit was that? Ow. Like, I just had the toughest time there. Oh, this is gonna be good. Okay, here we go. This is gonna be a legit. This will be a legit one. Hopefully. With a dragon, though, it's just so big, you can only get so many fucking... Actually, not very good. Because his body's so fucking big, even with tier 4. This is where a single target would be pretty good. I'm still gonna do it. Damn, we missed one too. A little more effective to just kill him. Oh well. Mostly the, like, elementals are really good. Like, throw their counter element at once you can fully encapsulate them. Tier 1 is just too weak. Like, too small. Can't get enough body parts. But HP plus 4. Aqua Guard. I'm using that immediately. Because that's the one fucking guard. That's the one guard we didn't fucking cast last time. Fuck. I'm only missing one spell now. Plus 1 HP. Yike. That was not great. Oh, I should have fucking flamed out of the... We're doing it. Ow, my arm! Did it just to get it out of our inventory. Okay. Ah, shit. This place again. If we find out we can skip it by just using a fairy wing. Pretty sure. We've already done that puzzle. I'm fine skipping a puzzle that we've already done. Poor Harden. Oh, hey, shit. Yeah, we've got stuff we need to toss. Yes, please. Okay. No. I just need to go set the brave heart. What I need to do. Alright, we gotta pop up through the temple. I don't think the temple takes too long. Can I Shadow Weave? Can, but I don't know if it'll actually paralyze him. Will not. Generate him. Heracles, that's fine. If I can I silence him? Like, just actually straight up silence him? I can. Wait, but silence. if I degenerate him, it takes the silence away, doesn't it? Yeah, that's one of the reasons why I don't end up using silence a lot. You get into these fucking buff debuff battles, and you're like, why don't you just silence them? Because they get silenced with their buff on them. Just exactly like this. Buff debuff battle. Whatever. I'm still in that kind of like mental state of like, it's early game, I don't need to fucking swap, but I really should be swapping stuff around for these fights. Not too. Agris's Balm, we already have. Purifier, we already have. Right. The side stuff first. Do I remember how to do this? Okay, so this is silver keenness. Oh, it's important. That way first. Then it's destroy this. And it's push all the way back here until we can get to the inside of it. And it's destroy this. And it's there. Sure. There. 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 And last time I pushed it over here, and I got into this whole scenario of trying to get into this space. But you just do this and push this one the fuck out of the way. When did this turn into a game of Catherine? Yes. Yes. Always has been. Is that the appropriate response? This game has a whole bunch of block puzzles. Actually, one of the things that I like about this game, it's kind of a thing that I reference when I talk about like older RPGs and the fact that there just used to be more puzzling in older RPGs. I feel like that's probably like a biased perspective, but you're really bad at puzzles. It took you hours to do a 27 by 39 E-cross last night. Look, you don't have to be good at something as long as if you don't enjoy it, then obviously that's not great. But if you enjoy it, it doesn't matter how long it takes you, as long as you can get there. This particular puzzle took me quite a bit of time on stream when I was going through it the first time. Setups. What do we have? Do we have any good for... Yeah, we have the Orions, right? Orions are 30. Or 15. Had a... Oh, the Pushpaka is a... I don't know if this is actually going to be better. At least we don't have to really worry about damage from him. Holy crap, that's weak. 1 damage. Pretty good. Can we degenerate him? He is a lord. He will not be degenerated. Not too bad. Titan's Ring, which we already have. Alchemist Reagent. Or unlocked. This, I believe, gets us the Silver Key. Silver Key. Potion, Mana Potion, Silver Key. Sonic Bullet, maybe? I don't know about that Frostmate. And obviously, we already have... I'm always hesitant to not take some. No, I really shouldn't be. Okay, we're gonna immediately use the Silver Key. That's why I did not notate this Silver Key door, because I knew we were going to be going right into it. So we go in here, and this is, I believe, just going to be like a 2-segment connection, but there's an extra door, and these guys, I believe, are who we farm if we want the Hagane bug crossbow. That guy right there. Fuck. I was actually trying to get to the 15, honestly. Damn. Can I whistle sting him? Ah, well, whatever. I never use these, so kind of it's fine. But you absolute butt. Whatever, man. Can I radial surge this? Kinda. Well. Whatever. Worth a shot. Wow. A strand of hair. Bad place. Polarica Bolt, I think, is okay. Probably don't care about that. Alright, so... Works. And this takes us right back where we were. Map. Unlock that with silver key and that. Not actually gonna go through it though. Unlocked with... We did it. Cool. So I can take this silver key off. Very good. Now, we have a number of places to explore with silver key. That's probably... So we're gonna finish up here in the temple. We're gonna get up to the next place. And probably... basically right before the final done. Faster. Kill him. Actually, radial circle. Okay. What about just better? About banish. 100%. Banish him. Magic, eh? Alright, do I remember how to fucking do this? It's like push this one up. Fuck, what was it? It needs to be too high. Be basically right here, too high. Was it... No, that's too much. How did I do that? I push 2 here. This comes over, then we go up. But we needed to go up 1. Oh, it's push up, push over, push here, and let's go. Okay. Wrong. Put the wrong block in the wrong position. This block needs to be actual blocker. Touched the wrong block. just get this into its proper position. That is correct. Not there. Not there. Not there. Not there. This is also a semi-complex one. You have to walk. So this one was... push this over to here. Push this onto it. Push this next to it. Push this onto it. Okay. You have to push this one in between the two of them. This one out of the fucking way. And there we go. Sweet. Silver key! And this is... No. Okay. That is not very good. Fucking tarnished me? You butthole. That's fine. Counter easily enough. Okay. We will try to Gaia strike him. Good. So that should insta-give him. I'm pretty sure we're not attacking the best body part there. There we go. Could be better if I was set up correctly, but don't really care. And it's time for Kali. This lady scared the shit out of me the first time I played this game. The whole game scared the shit out of me the first time I played the game, honestly. Like, it really is just this like Dark Souls-esque experience. For fucking, but we're just gonna go for it. Basically, just pick an element anytime. The 8 should be good. Heracles ourselves. The only issue will kind of be whether or not we can actually reach the appropriate arm. Oh, legs seem fine. Fucking tarnishes us. Ah, that arm. Man, I cannot for the life of me. Doesn't matter. We hit hard enough that it's fine. Easy peasy. %. What was that boss's name? Asura? It's either Asura or Kali. There are two of them. I don't remember which one that is. I can check real quick, though. It's Kali! Yeah, this one is Kali. Which is she's a really interesting boss compared to a lot. I mean, I think a lot of the bosses in this game are very neat and interesting, but because of the multi-arms scenario, like, she's got this really cool thing that most other enemies in the game do not have going on. Most other enemies in the game are like, oh, this is the element I'm weak. This is what class of monster I am. This is the element I'm weak to. And this is the damage type I'm weak to. Now, some monsters might have like well, this body part is a little different comparatively, but most of the other things will be the same, right? And then Kali is, and I think there's an Asura, is the stronger version. Or I think it's Asura is the stronger version. But Kali is interesting in that each of her different body parts has a different, like, element and typing associated to it. So it's actually quite neat compared to a lot of the other bosses. Her stronger form is actually the strongest boss in the game. Which I think is called Asura. I think. Yeah, it is. Asura is the final boss. Well, not the final boss. But is the end game boss, or post game boss at the bottom of Iron Maiden V3, which is pretty cool. Okay. So, we have this. Damn, our map is really filling out. We have the silver key now. Which means we can access all of those silver key spots that we have been, like, building up. We've got one in the Abandoned Mines B1, 2 in Undercity West, and 1 in the Escapeway. So we will be doing that next time. I say that we might also dip into the final dungeon. Like, we might just go into the final dungeon and like grab, because there's a lot of shit in there. There's bosses and stuff like that. There's a lot of shit in there to grab. Yes, we're taking all of this. So we might also do that. Basically just do a full run of the final dungeon up until the very end, and then go do the rest of our exploration, basically. Ship Splitter, Dragon Head, 5 Fairy Wings, and an Audintia. Audintia, we will use that immediately. HP up. Very cool. Unlatch the door, and we get access to... Shit again. Pop inside, we're not super worried about these guys. Hello, Oolong. No, don't you run from me. Oolong, you break my heart, Oolong. Oolong, he left me. Alright, so we made a bunch of good progress again. Map is getting pretty clear. I think we're at 77% now, right? So that's good. We have the silver key now, so we have some places to go. Going to those places is going to grab us the gold key. I'm pretty positive, and then with the gold key, we'll basically gain access to the majority of the rest of the game, which will be cool. That basically the gold key, silver key is gonna get us the gold key. Gold key will let us finish up. Like, I believe it lets us finish up Escapeway, and then we'll get the other keys to basically be able to go down Iron Maiden B1 or further down Iron Maiden. And I believe, where is God Hands? Is God Hands Iron Maiden? I think God Hands is in Iron Maiden. God Hand, or is it one of the ones hidden in Undercity? It might be one of the ones hidden in Undercity. I don't remember. It's been too long. I actually only ever really fucked around with God Hands like a handful of times at most. God Hands being the best workshop in the game. It's the only workshop in the game where you can work with all materials. So that'll be useful if we are going to do any crafting run scenarios where we're like, okay, we're really interested in actually crafting, which I think, I don't know how crazy we'll go with it, but I do think we're going to want to at least do a little bit of crafting. We're probably going to need to do some crafting if we want to do a full clear in this playthrough, because there's some bosses in Iron Maiden that are quite strong. Of course, Asura being like the final tier of that. There are kind of cheesy ways to beat those bosses, and even Asura, none of the bosses in this game have like catastrophic amounts of health. Even Asura only has like 999 health. So, hello Dodus. So it's really not like the end of the world if we don't, but it will make things much more difficult for us if we don't do any like crafting, minor grinding. Yazzie, what are you doing? Yazzie, what are you doing? Jody, what are you doing? I want a kitty, and I want my kitties to stay this size. I want them this size so I can pick them up easily and display them for the camera. You're a good girl when you're not being a bad girl. Good girl when you're not being a bad girl. Says bite. He says I bite. Okay. It's gonna be it for this session. It's Wednesday. We'll be back tomorrow with something. I don't know if we're doing a multiplayer anything on Friday. I don't think Zach's around, so we might do a 3-player something. I don't think we want to get too far in Abyssus to where it's no point for him to play anymore. So we might do something different multiplayer on Friday. We'll see. But we should be back tomorrow for some more Vagrant Story. So the next Vagrant Story session, plan is going to be going to all our silver key locations, knocking those out. So there will be a fair amount of exploration and maybe some crafting next time. And I'm decently positive that we'll probably run some of the final dungeon. Maybe not all of it, but some of the final dungeon. We'll see. Just to get it out of the way and make sure we get everything that's inside it, because there's some decent stuff in there. Decent stuff in there. There's a full fucking set of the looted gear, which is the third from the last best gear, I believe. Something along those lines. What is it? It's fourth from the best, right? So getting us that second set of looted gear is potentially a route for, if we go farming, right, we can go farm a couple of other pieces of gear and then take that gear for both sets of fluted that we have, turn both of those into hoplite sets, and then turn the hoplite sets, or combine the hoplite sets into Jazzerant sets. So we have the second best, armor. I don't know if we will go all the way to red gear, because that is a lot of work. And I don't know if I want to be farming that much, but we'll see. Maybe it'll be something I do in my downtime, but I kind of doubt it. So we'll see how it goes. But yeah, anyways, we'll be knocking on that door tomorrow. Thanks for hanging out. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye, everybody. Hey, everybody. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, consider leaving a like, commenting, or subscribing. It really helps me out. If you'd like to see me live, head over to my Twitch at twitch.tv/thedistanthorizon.